I just want to say something else. I just like these people are so damn biased, right? You can't even say anything without them trying to lock you up and trying to accuse you of the very thing that they're doing to you, terrorizing you. They're terrorizing you, spying on you, and that never help getting. You try to call the police or the FBI, and then they're gonna arrest you for terroristic threatening, which is what they're doing to you. It's so abusive, man. So I just do videos instead because it's like at least I feel safe. They're not going to immediately arrest me and say I'm terrorizing the whole building or something. It's abusive, man. You should be able to have freedom of religion, be able to say what you want to say. Say the truth about religion, each religion. So the problem is people can't distinguish themselves from their religion. And so they get really offended by it, and then they call you, then they accuse you of terroristic threatening. I'm like, you are not your religion. So don't harass me for it just because you can't tell the difference between you and your religion. And I realize this is really, really a huge deal. This is a huge ordeal because not only that, they've got the religion down pat so much, even in the nursing homes, where they're like, okay, you have to qualify for physical therapy. But while you're trying to qualify for physical therapy, we're going to load you down with processed foods and degrading foods where we're going to just poison you while you're trying to qualify. Why would you need to qualify for physical therapy anyway? But I could see if you were doing it in a rational way where you're helping people get off the addiction of processed foods, right? Helping them get off the addiction of processed foods and feeding them with raw organic fruits and vegetables mainly, and letting them detoxify from the chemicals that's in the processed foods. And then you say, well, once you do that, you qualify for physical therapy. Now you've released the addiction of the processed foods. But no, it's not even like that. It's like they're purposely destroying. It's like they're purposely getting away with murdering thousands of people in nursing homes. It is so ridiculous I can't even. But that's actually what's happening. And it's like that is so sad because of how on a grand scale that's happening. And I'm just like, I was shocked that someone these people can profit off of the medication so much. But then when it comes to just growing or raw organic foods, you could probably just put the stuff on the roof of a nursing home easily. You could probably just grow the stuff on the roof of a nursing home and feed the people. It's just so, oh my God, it is so abusive. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. It's so abusive. Why would you do that to? Why don't you put more value on these people? What is wrong with these people? Instead, they got ministers and people coming in to the people in the nursing homes, to people that should probably still live like at least 10 or 20 more years longer. They're having these religious people going in and basically saying, well, before you go and die, let's make sure you're going to this imaginary place called heaven. Which, I mean, in a sense, it isn't really imaginary, but it is, because that's how I perceive these things that they're talking about in these holy scriptures, heaven and hell and these things here. They're imaginary, but they're not imaginary. I mean, in a sense, imagination is real, so it's not imagination. And this is where I get with this grand agnostic God paradox, where there is a God but there isn't. It's a paraconsistic logic where it doesn't make sense because it makes sense, and it looks confusing because it isn't confusing. And I get, and so it looks can't say it. It's like you can't express it without never ever expressing it. You'd have to always infinitely express what you're saying, but never ever express it at all at the same time, which is what everybody does. which is the amount of the entire universe, you don't have to say stop. I mean, it's not just, it's a paraconsistic logic of time travel, pretty much. But that being said, three aspects of reality of the universe simultaneously. These three aspects are racial, gender, and marriage minorities. These are the minorities that need to be protected. So while at the same time it's protecting the majorities, because you've got this balance structure. And so the 17 dynamics of existence, I call it that because it's part of it was Scientology and part of it is my perception of Unitarian Universalist principles. And so I put that together to, and I don't, if you were, you should just, so that's, I had to say that. I had to say that. In conclusion, um, there is, I'm laying out all this work that needs to be done. This stuff needs to be done. I, I'm surprised that, people. It's the economic system. The economic system looks like they're just paid assassins. People are the economic system looks like there's people that are just paid, mercenaries, and they're just paid to assassinate people. And that is real. And it's not just like someone hires one person and they go out and assassinate somebody. No, it's like they made a religion out of assassinating people. And people are like, they're brainwashed to believe that it's okay, and they're not even realizing that's why I say nay. Like, after you reach puberty, just forget religion and call it the science of prophecy, okay? And save yourself a whole lot of heartache, and because especially for your family, because these people, they're corrupt, and they're paid assassins. Not only do they assassinate people, it looks like they put innocent people in prison or in mental institutions, or just try and make them homeless. So I'm just warning people. This is my message, to warn people, man. After your children, or after, stop looking at religion as religion. Once you pass puberty, start looking at it as the science of prophecy, so you can take care of your family without being attacked by these assassins, this economic system. I don't know. This is not fair. Just bring back a democracy and get rid of the corruption.